So in looking at U.S. nuclear doctrine and posture during the Cold War, you have to sort of start at the beginning. The United States, after World War II, very much wanted to return to a sort of normal historical state of affairs with a small standing military and as few sort of overseas entanglements as possible. And it became clear over the next decade that that wasn't really going to happen. The United States, at least for the foreseeable future, was going to have a role in Europe in guaranteeing the sort of settlement at the end of World War II. It had alliances now, particularly after the Korean War, that clearly extended into Asia. So nuclear weapons became central to how the United States could meet all of these commitments without becoming a mirror of the Soviet Union. And it's easy to forget this, but in the 50s there was this big fear of something called the garrison state, that the United States, in order to sort of fight the Soviet Union or to confront the Soviet Union, would have to become a mirror image, right? And it's almost this Nietzschean view of, right, like battle not with monsters lest ye thereby become a monster. That was a real fear for the United States. So nuclear weapons had a few advantages that became central to how the U.S. Managed the Cold War. One, they were capital intensive rather than labor intensive, right? They required scientific expertise and lots of money, but not that many people to man them. I mean, still tens or hundreds of thousands of people, but not millions and millions. So nuclear weapons became central to U.S. grand strategy. And of course, in order to be credible, that posture had to allow the United States to extend deterrence to all of these allies. And that's an important point that's equally true today, is the United States is the only country that extends nuclear deterrence to a far-flung set of alliances, right? We extended nuclear deterrence to our NATO allies, to Japan, South Korea, et cetera. So this means the United States asks quite a lot of its nuclear force, and it certainly did during the Cold War.